Excuse my disheveled ass. However, I want to have a conversation with you faggots out there. I am white. I am white as fuck. Hello, hi, how are ya? I complain that food is too spicy and that things are too loud sometimes. Again, I am white as fuck. However, I am also queer. Queer as fuck. I've been out for 25 years now. I came out when I was 16 and I was told not to. I was beat up and all that sort of shit. This is like 1994, 5. Ugh. But anyways, coming out as queer doesn't automatically negate any work you have to do of growth. Just because you are queer does not mean you understand the intersections of someone else's queer life or life period. I may be able to empathize with black lives, however, I will not understand them. I may be able to empathize with disabled lives, however, I will not understand them. I may be able to empathize with lesbians, non binary, trans, all of the people that I come in contact with, I may be able to empathize with. However, I will not understand them. However, I will always do my best to try. It's not the matter of being perfect, it's the matter of trying to be perfect. Okay? Understanding and acceptance and growth comes from work. You have to put the fucking work into it. I'm not perfect. Christ. I make mistakes all the time. But I also don't get fucking angry when someone corrects me on them, like, and totally disregard what they have to say because it's not my experience. Yeah, no need to throw in victim shaming in when someone's trying to fucking explain to you their experience and that maybe you should try understanding a little bit. Also, not cool, kids. Not cool at all. I don't want to be preachy. I just want to say to people, like, hey, don't stop learning. Like, there are things that I've learned. Look at this. Here's an example that some of you boys may have out there. It used to be a safety. It used to be not a safety defense mechanism, but a mechanism to try and show women in my surrounding that I'm not a threat by being super gay, like, oh my god, girl, hey, blah, 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 blah. Just being super over the top. I used to think that it would signify that I'm a safe space, but no, it doesn't. I am still a man. I am still a cisgendered, middle aged white man. I, by association, am the scariest fucking thing on this planet. Your actions, your demeanor, your attitude, your authenticity, that's what makes you a safe space. Not trying to be something else you are. And if you aren't a safe space because of someone else's trauma, don't get fucking mad at them because it's not your fault. You can do anything you can try and ease the situation a little bit. However, if they're not having any of it, don't force on them. None of this not all fucking men shit, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, hashtag not all men when someone goes, all men are fucking evil. Yeah. If you're not an evil man, you will damn well know that they're not talking about you. So don't let your ego get in the fucking way and go, not all men. Mm-mm. No, no, please just fucking cool your shit. Learning to love people is hard. If it wasn't for my addiction and having to go to jail and be homeless and all this sort of stuff, I don't think I'd be the person I am today. I don't think I have hate in me. I never did. Like, I was never a hateful person. I was never a bigot. However, I didn't stop any of it. So that made me complicit. And since being an addict and going through what I've gone through, I've become anti those things, not just silent. I get in shit on a regular fucking basis. I get yelled out at by people. I get fucking told I'm a bigot and all these things, or I have no idea. And I'm just like, oh, that's so cute. That's lovely. And I just dust off and get up because honestly, I've been dealing with this shit my entire fucking life, like in one aspect for another. And I've just gotten louder about it. I've gotten angrier about it. I've gotten more articulate about it. I have now become a privileged white weapon. Yeah. I use my privilege as a fucking weapon every chance I get. Working in the downtown east side with a very, very marginalized population, dare I say, probably the most marginalized in our city and our society in Canada, I work with a lot of Indigenous people who are treated like absolute crap because they are a drug user or because they're Indigenous or because of both there's so much going on that like I will use my weapon to protect them. I will use my weapon to stand up for them when I'm asked to. I will always ask, hey, am I allowed to speak on your behalf? Because I will never assume that I'm allowed to. Even if that person is quiet, unless they give me some sort of implied consent, like a nod or mm-hmm, or something like that, I will just let them fight their own fight. Because I can't force them to do anything. But I come across medical professionals that are just fucking awful. Oh my God. If you're talking about dismantling racism, let's talk about the fucking medical professions. Yeah. Hospitals? Oof. Oh my God. I can only imagine. Like, I've gone into some of these hospitals as a white drug addict who was homeless, and I wasn't treated very well. I can only imagine someone having to go in that doesn't present like I do. And I've seen it. I've seen it. I've had to defend people against it. When security guards come in and Russell kicks someone in the boots, going, "Hey, you're fucking asleep. Get out of here, you fucking junkie." And I'm just looking at them like, "Are you serious right now? Do you know if this person's had a safe place to sleep for days? They're not bothering anybody. They're not sneezing. They're not like vomiting on anything. They're not fucking like I don't understand them. I just don't understand it. I will never understand bigotry, and I choose to be that way because it keeps me from being complacent with it. If I can rationalize why someone is being a bigot, then why would I fight against them? So you can't rationalize hate. Don't fucking rationalize that shit. Just move on with it. However, it's also learning to pick your battles. Do you have enough left in yourself to engage for the duration of the conversation? Do you have enough in you to prevent it from turning into an absolute shit show? Do you have enough left in you to just barely walk away? Check in with yourself about these things. You know? And also, can I just say, please don't be performative about this shit. It's just harmful. People see through it a million ways. Don't be starting going like, "Oh my God, look at me. I did a thing today. It was super nice. Here's my Instagram post. Don't I look fierce? Oh my God." Hey, girls. Honestly, most of us will see through that a million miles. And if you gain a fan base of that, cool. Just know they have no idea what they're following, and you've earned it through inauthenticity. Honestly, I'm sick of people being inauthentic. There's a difference between being inauthentic on purpose, I will say this, and just being inauthentic because you're scared to be who you are. And that is not on them. That is on the society around them. So please, make it a safe space by actively making it a safe space. No, no one should have to say Black Lives Matter and let the public know that because it should honestly just be the norm, but it's not. So demanding people speak up and not be silent Yeah, at this point in time, complacency and silence is all over. Hey, I'm looking at you two businesses. You've been an absolute fucking disappointment. God damn it. Anyways, fight on, and if you can't fight, stay safe. Love you all. Bye. Happy Pride.